Welcome back to Bible study, and today we're learning about Lot. Lot was the grandson of Terah, son of Haran, and the nephew of Abram, also known as Abraham. He was likely born in Ur of the Chaldeans. Lot's father Haran died unexpectedly, so Lot's family had to take him in. At some point, possibly soon after Haran's death, Lot's grandfather Terah decided to relocate his entire family to Canaan. They ended up settling in Haran instead. After Terah's death, the Lord spoke to Abraham and told him to resume the journey to Canaan, promising to make him into a great nation, which is located in Genesis 12:1-3, if you need more information. Abraham set out to this journey, and Lot went with him. When they came to Bethel, Abram's and Lot's shepherders quarreled because there was not enough land to support the amount of livestock each man owned. So Abraham presented an offer to Lot. They would part company, and Lot could have first pick of the land he would occupy. This is also found in Genesis 13:8-9. Lot chose the land near the Jordan River, as it was rich and lush. Abraham took other land, and Lot left his uncle and settled his family near the sinful city of Sodom. That's found in verse 12 in Genesis. The consequences of Lot's selfish choice soon caught up with him. 5 kings in the area, the kings of Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, Zeboim, and Bela, were subjects of King Chedorlaomer, and they rose up against him. That's found in Genesis 14:4. But Chedorlaomer gathered his allies and defeated the rebelling kings. The victors seized all the goods in the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, and they took Lot and his family as a part of the plunder, found in verse 12. When Abraham heard of this, he and his fighting men attacked Chedorlaomer's army, and they won. He recovered Lot and his family, as well as all the goods the army had taken from Sodom and Gomorrah, which is found in verse 16. Afterward, Lot returned to Sodom, but Lot's hardships did not end there. Sodom was very wicked, and although Lot was counted as a righteous man, where you can find out more in 2 Peter 2:7-8, he allowed his family to become entrenched in the city and its culture. God resolved to utterly destroy Sodom and Gomorrah and the other cities of the plain for their great sin, but in his grace he sent 2 angels to Sodom to rescue Lot and his family from the fate of the city. As Lot sat in the gateway of the city, he saw the 2 angels, and mistakenly them for regular men, invited them in to stay into his house. This can be found in Genesis 19:1-2. The angels told Lot they would spend the night in the town square, but Lot insisted strongly, knowing how dangerous the people of the city were. Yet they stayed with him. The angels accepted the invitation, and Lot prepared a meal for them and provided a place for them to sleep. Before the angels settled in for the night, a crowd of men from all over the city gathered outside of Lot's house. They demanded access to Lot's guests in order to have homosexual relations with them, which can be found in Genesis 19:4-5. We can see the effect of the city had upon Lot here, for in an effort to protect the men under his roof, Lot offered his 2 daughters instead, which can be found in verse 8. But the crowd wanted them in, and they tried to break into Lot's house. The 2 angels quickly pulled Lot inside, shut the door, and struck the men outside with blindness. They ordered Lot to gather up his family and leave immediately, but they were going to utterly destroy the city and everyone in it. This can be found in Genesis 12-13. Lot spoke with his sons-in-law, but they refused to leave, considering Lot's warning about impending judgment to be a joke. When the time of destruction drew near, Lot was still hesitating, and the angels had to physically drag Lot and his wife and his 2 daughters out of the city. They urged Lot to go to the mountains, but Lot requested leave to run to the nearby town of Zoar instead, which can be found in 17-20 verses. The Lord granted this request and vowed to spare the city for Lot's sake. As they fled, Lot's wife looked back at Sodom. Because she loved Sodom and desired it so much, the Lord turned her into a pillar of salt. And that is a little bit about the story of Lot.